Cracking. Thanks for tuning in. Young TV.
And the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under it.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown letter.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Hey, Rob, peace and love. This is Young Elder, the Hood Anchor Man. And we here reporting the news live, right, as it unfolds. We hear a couple of people talking about this, but it ain't that many people that dropped nothing on it yet. And we're starting to see a pattern here. All of Nubian billionaires, because we know y'all don't like the word black, right? All of Nubian billionaires seem like they going down. Diddy, the killer clowns of the Homeland Security went after him. They Rico and him. Now, we don't know if they filed Rico charges against Mayweather, but it seemed like that's what the setup is. Now, so all day we've been looking into this because I called Rod, shout out Rod, Chief Pontiac, right? We talked to Rod today, see what he had on it, got a couple pointers from him. And we did more investigation and digging on it. And now I'm starting to say, okay, now I see a pattern here. Now I'm gonna tell you a couple things, and then y'all can go do your own research on it, and then see what you see on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a gift to be able to see. Now, keep in mind, Floyd Mayweather got the best fighters. Javante Davis, he undefeated. I don't know if he always undefeated because I don't really keep up with it that much. But I know he's one of the best fighters in that league right now. Mayweather's got too cocky, man. He got all that money. And keep in mind, this is COINTELPRO operations on the land still, because ain't no telling who he was sharing that money with, because they don't want you sharing that money with nobody. They tell you when you get up there, they don't want you passing that money out to the dark side. They're referring to us, when they say the dark side. That's what they call us in this order. Yeah, comma, right? Some people say comma, right? Now, all of a sudden now, his right-hand man, Leonard, who was the CEO of Mayweather Boxing, who's managing most of the fighters, all of a sudden now he turning on Mayweather. Now he's saying, oh yeah, see, I ain't want to say nothing, but I did see him, he coming out talking now. They didn't turn him. Look, so the Fed's supposedly out to Mayweather now, right? Now keep in mind who the killer clowns are and what they all about. The COINTELPROs. Now we ain't saying Mayweather is a good guy, or we don't know too much about what he do. We ain't saying he a good guy or a bad guy. What we saying is we see a certain type of pattern here. What happened with Bill Cosby? They RICO Bill Cosby. And so, oh yeah, Rod, while I was doing my research, and I don't know why nobody never said this, or somebody might have said it before. When you're talking about RICO, right? The RICO charges that they giving Big Meech, Dr. Malachi Z York, right? And the other political prisoners, these RICOs, right? And I'm thinking to myself, damn, Puerto Rico, right? Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico is where after they put one in back of Lincoln, right? We got to say it like that. They put one in back of Lincoln, and then right after that, because they filed for bank, they got really bankrupt then when Lincoln bankrupted them, and then they went refile in Puerto Rico for the United States Corporation. Now get this. I would looked up the WBO, the World Boxing Association, and found out that they headquarters is in Puerto Rico. Now this might not make no sense to you now, but go look that up. Go look up the World Boxing League is stationed out of Puerto Rico. So I'm trying to figure out who owned this boxing league, and they saying, oh, it's a group of private investors. I'm saying, oh yeah, the Black Hand, right? Because the Black Hand, yeah, and Rico, Puerto Rico, and Rod said that the Rico means rich, and I know that Puerto Rico means rich port, right? Because I heard Tariq Bates say that, right? So I'm saying, what is the connection with this RICO charge they giving everybody that the United States Corporation putting on everybody, and with Puerto Rico? There's got to be a connection there. So if anybody got anything on that, send it to us in the email, man. If you got any, stuff you could give us on there, we still doing more, trying to connect it. But keep in mind the World Boxing Association in Puerto Rico, Mayweather controlling out of his gym. He having the best fighters coming out of his gym. A lot of my boxing fans may know more about this. More about this. I like boxing too, though. Boxing is one of my favorite sports. But like I said, you might know more on this than me. And this really right here is breaking news. It's breaking news. You know what I'm saying? It's breaking news right now that Mayweather is being harassed by the feds, and now all of a sudden, yeah, he got held hostage in Dubai. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so I don't know how much of this is allegedly now. When he was in Dubai and he went to pay for whatever he had, like he stayed there for a week or two or whatever it was, he owed them a certain amount of money, right? He owed them a certain amount of money. So when he went to pay them, his credit cards don't work. So he got on the phone calling, trying to see what's going on, and the Fed seized his credit cards, or they cut them off, seized all of his accounts. Now, keep in mind, rumors have it that Mayweather is an investor or owner of 9 different buildings in New York. He owned 9 buildings in New York. He owned buildings in LA. This is a lot of stuff they ain't telling you. Remember what happened to Bill Cosby? He was a billionaire. He owned a certain amount of land in, I think it was Philadelphia. And under the house, they wanted to get that oil from under the house, the oil company. And so what do? They put their dogs on them, man, the killer clowns. These Black Hand. If the Black Hand can't get what they want, they'll put the killer clowns on you, man. So Mayweather got all this money. He thinking that he untouchable. He got too cocky. And he thinking that these people love us. These people don't give a damn about you. They gonna prove to you that that's their money. They can take it anytime they want. All they gotta do is hit a button and shit you down. And so in Dubai, he owed them guys maybe about 200 racks. And when he went to go do his Black Express card, it wouldn't work. So we couldn't pay the money. So that they put the police on his jet and held them there till they could get the money to make sure they had that money, right? That's what that was about. And I guess he ended up some kind of way, somebody maybe wired him the money or something, one of his partners, to pay them in Dubai so he could get on a plane and leave and come back. Now, keep in mind, I didn't even know Gervonta Davis was beefing with Mayweather. That's interesting. Mayweather's own fighter is beefing with him. And I believe the WBO offer Gervonta Davis maybe higher paid contracts in order to steal him from Mayweather. They want Mayweather to go away and shut down. They want to take over his whole operation. I'm telling you, man. Just like Jay-Z said, when you say he said, I ain't black, I'm OJ. I ain't black, I'm Mayweather. Like, cause you got all that money that these people won't take you down. They watching you 24 hours a day, Mayweather. These guys, these JDL guys, these guys that be hiding off him, and we ain't gonna say too much. They be hiding off him in Utah. The same guys who harboring NBA YoungBoy and keeping control on him because that's their number one weapon against the youth, right? But now, don't be surprised if they come out to Dr. Dre and anybody else that's a Nubian billionaire, because Rico is really repo, right? See, because they bankrupt, so they repoing all this money from these niggas who they had that thought they had a lot of money, thought they had that their money was theirs. They repoing this money now using the Rico, because keep in mind, Rod Hayes said that the Rico was for to steal the assets and steal the money. It don't got nothing to do with it. They can make some up on you. So I would be surprised if these killer clowns is gonna try to find some women like they did with Bill Cosby, some women that say Mayweather touched me 25 years ago, and this or that, right? And they gonna try to bring them in court to start trying to sue them, just like they doing Diddy. And I would be surprised if Dr. Dre and, like I said, Michael Jordan, who all the other rest of the Nubian billionaires start to get lined up next. I'm telling you, man. Hey, shout out my brother Randy Christian, man. Hey, if you want to get those books, 8 books by the Young Elder, we still got all 8 books for $40 donation to the Cash App. All you have to do is leave your emails and the links, and we'll send those 8 books right over in PDF form for the $40. So we still got that deal going on if you want to get those books. If you're just not tuning in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, right? Kanye West, P. Diddy. Shout out Lancer, right? Hey, Oprah Winfrey. I think Oprah might be with them black them black guys, them black hand. Oprah might be part of them. She might be a descendant of the black hand. I'm telling you, man. That could be true. But what I'm saying is, just keep in mind how they repoing. They Ricoing. Because all they gotta do is say, oh yeah, some guy on the Mayweather's team, the money team, is laundering money. Because that's the same thing they did to the mob. The mob, they say they mob laundering money. So they say that Mayweather is laundering money. So therefore, and we got evidence because his right hand man saying that he's doing it, right? Who they turned to informant, and therefore we can RICO him, and we can steal all his buildings, all 9 of his buildings. We can steal all of his houses, all of his cars, all of his money in his account. Lando us. So us. That's how you say your name. I appreciate the correction. Hey, you got to put it on charger. Hold on just a second. I'm working with something. Yeah, so they stealing all this dude. They gonna try to RICO him so they can steal his plane. They seized it. Supposedly they seized his plane. Supposedly they seized his plane already. Supposedly they seized a lot of his assets already. But if this dude got 9 buildings in New York, how much money that's worth? That's $1 billion operation right there. 9 buildings. I got my glasses on. Can't really make out what he's saying. Yeah, so Just keep in mind about Don King. Don King had kind of, I think he had the rights to Aaron, like Aaron boxing on TV, and some kind of way they probably put down to Don King out of that now, and now HBO, Showtime. You gotta look at the guys that own all this stuff, man, and what this is all about. They trying to put Mayweather back in his place and show him that, hey, you just another, you know what I'm saying, N-word, brother. To them, to these guys. Just like that one comedian said. He went to go do a comedy show in New Jersey, right? And then they said he asked somebody, hey, what's the safest place to get a hotel at? So he got a hotel at this spot in one of these spots in town, like on this one side of town. And then when he came out, some people was asking him, they said, "What you doing over? They said, what you doing over here?" He said, "What you mean? What I'm doing over here?" He said, "Well, you black, and black people don't belong over here." He said, "Shit, ain't you black?" Right? Because he looked at the dude that telling him. They said, "Ain't you black?" He said, "No, we ain't black. We free white man." And that threw that comedian for like, what the hell is wrong with these people? These people weird. He didn't know that they was the black hand. He was talking to the black hand. They called New Jersey New Jerusalem. These guys, the same guys who own the WRBO, the same guys who they guard dogs is the killer clowns. So I wonder what it's got to be that they want to just take Mayweather's all of his wealth and take his boxing, take everything. He must have really pissed these guys off. The high table. Yeah, he must. Hey, what's good, y'all? He must have made somebody mad now, and now all of a sudden your right hand man turning on you. Your best fighter, he talking shit about you publicly, saying this and that. So they must have, hey, Gervonta Davis, they must have offered you a lot of money, the WBO, to turn on Mayweather, the guy that put you on, the guy that got you going. We got to stop turning on our people for these suckers, man, for these killer clowns. Hey, you notice Gervonta Davis went to jail because who out them? Y'all got to keep in mind, man. We got to sit here and beat this over your head. What the COINTELPRO is all about, and how they monitor anybody they got a lot of money that's black. They watched Gervonta Davis to set him up so they can put him in jail for whatever crimes he was doing. He went to jail. And then now, yeah, go back and put it together, man. You got to put this shit together. I hate that I can see it like this, but you got to go back and put it together. Why Gervonta Davis go to jail? Boom. Then now all of a sudden this guy Lennox, he's now turning saying that, oh yeah, see, I knew he was laundering money. I knew he was what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? The whole time I just didn't say nothing, but the killer clowns got to him and said, if you don't turn, you gonna go down with Mayweather. You gonna go down with him. Same thing that happened to Dr. Malachi Z York. And so now they using him. They probably promised Gervonta Davis because they rigging fights. These WBO they rig fights because it ain't about winning and losing no more. It's about money. How much money we could get off pay-per-view? How much money we could get off the one guy beating the other guy? The odds, beating the odds. The ball dude, I think that ball dude is Lennox. Lennox is he like the manager for Mayweather Fighting Company. But keep in mind, Mayweather got all the best fighters, and he got young guys that still little kids, like in their teens, that's coming up. That's gonna be the best fighters. So he pretty much Mayweather's gonna control the game. But you see, they want to move him out the way because they don't want him to be hogging the game like that, making all that money. And so what they do now, they setting off his accounts. They stealing his They stole all of his buildings in New York. He had like 9 built skyscrapers, I think, that he was involved with. And the Fed seized it supposedly now, allegedly. All this is still allegedly. We like some of the first people reporting on this. But like I say, for all my people that be listening, we starting to see a pattern here where they coming, well, this Rico thing, where they coming out to all the billionaires or all the rich Nubians that got money. It's like they coming to confiscate all of their assets now. Why? Is it because could it be because the money belonged to them, right? So anything you purchase with that money or anything that's got them tied to it, they got to repo it because they going bankrupt. So it's pretty much like a recall because keep in mind the fiat is an IOU, it's a loan. The fiat really is a debt. It's a loan. It's some money they loan you. So at any time they can call that loan. So what are they doing right now to Mayweather? They're calling his loan because the billions of dollars you got was all loan. It's still a loan. It don't really count. That's what they ain't telling you. So now the devil's coming to collect. He coming to collect. How long have you been riding on a private jet, getting all this high dollar treatment, thinking that you just like them, Mayweather, thinking that you one of them? They not like us. They look like us, but they ain't us, these guys. Yeah, so yeah, once you sign that contract with him, but Mayweather had found a loophole in the game to where he was making more money than them. He making more money than the MGM. He making more money than pay-per-view. He getting most of the money. He getting most of the cut. See? Think about what happened to Prince. All these people, man, the same people come out to the same people. What happened to Prince? Prince wanted they wanted Prince on his music that he hadn't released yet. They wanted to get a whole lit because there's billions of dollars involved with that. They wanted Michael Jackson's music. Michael Jackson had a lot of music too, wrote and put into a vault. Plus, Michael Jackson owned his publishing. He owned the Beatles publishing. He owned Eminem's publishing. Right? He bought the dude. What's the dude that sang Tutti Frutti? Old Rudy. What his name is? That Fruity guy that plays the piano. Lionel Richard. I think that's what his name was. Not Lionel Richard. What's his name? That guy that played the piano. Saying Tutti Frutti. Somebody drop it in the chat. Well, that guy, yeah, Little Richard. That's his name. Shout out Joseph. I need my damn glasses. Yeah, but yeah, Little Richard. So Michael Jackson owned his shit and called him and gave it back to him. Gave him back his royalties and his publishings. So Michael Jackson got took out for that. The same guys, these JDL guys, is the same guy that's after Michael Jackson. He owned Elton John's too, right? Elton John's catalog too, right? And so what did the Killer Clowns try to do? They wanted to convict him of a felony so they can steal that contract that he had with Sony that was 51%. It was 51% Sony records that he owned. He was making billions of dollars. Then they put $1 billion insurance policy on Michael Jackson for that for the last tour that he was gonna do. Keep in mind what's happening to all these rappers that's getting took out, but then you go look up their record deal, and in the contract they took out a $2 million insurance policy on people like Fulio and all these other guys. Well, that's how you say his name, the guy that just recently got killed. And then not to mention the guy Young Ace come back to taunt the guy, how he got the guy hit. These guys crazy, man. Young Ace. And supposedly, I think, because I'm just not hearing the story. I'm keeping my ear to the streets now. I'm hearing what's going on. They said that this guy Fulio supposedly had dude Young Ace brother took out and had him shot up, And then as far as the get back, right? As far as the get back for Fulio and them, Young Ace and them retaliated. So yeah, Fulio, that's his name, right? And supposedly they shot them boys up on the same day, on their birthday or something, and then they got him on his birthday or somewhere like that. It's like a weird thing about that. But the thing I'm pointing out is why the record labels got insurance policies on these guys, and then they go out to promote the beef rap, so one of them can get smoked, and then they just say, oh, it don't matter who gets smoked, right? Because we own both of the artists. We own both of the artists because we own both labels. They don't know we own. It's like Dollar General and Family Dollars, right? And they in competition with each other, but the same guy own both of them. So you got Atlantic Records, you got Empire, all these different record companies really owned by the same people when you trace them all the way back, the backhand, in Puerto Rico, right? Rico, keep in mind the Rico, rich, poor, money, Capital Records, right? So they promote rap beef with two artists that they own, and they make money off of it because people gonna listen to people like Miss. I see people like Miss. They can't tune in to hear you beat somebody down and rip them apart and pull their teeth out. That's what they want to see. People want to see guts and blood, right? So they go back. We're gonna talk about Romeo too. Master P and Romeo. They try to come out to Master P. And Master P, they use Master P's wife to try to take him down. And I think P ended up giving all the money over and the assets all over to Romeo. So then they tried to come out to Romeo. You see, P barely escaped these guys, these JDL guys. He barely escaped them. But this is what they do though. You know what I'm saying? They keep this beef going. And then they got insurance policies on the both rappers. So it don't matter who smoke who, or if they smoke each other, they gonna get paid either way. Sound familiar? The Rothschild, that's the Rothschilds' whole move right there. You go back to the Rothschilds, they go long France money to attack King George, and then King George got to go to war. King George III got to go to war with France and Napoleon because the Rothschilds went hire Napoleon as they guard dog or as they sick him dog, right? Nathan Rothschild went pay him, and they created this propaganda machine to make it like he was the baddest guy around, and he wasn't nothing but like 4.5 feet tall. This dude Napoleon, right? But they put it in them newspapers and created this propaganda machine to promote like he had the baddest military around. He unstoppable. He's shutting everybody down when he come around. They promoting it like that, and they funded him. And then when King George found out he was about to go to war with France, he needed money to go to war, so he had to go to the same guys who paid the guy to start the war, and he had to borrow money from him. And so they both loan money to both guys, and it don't matter who win because we gonna win in the end because we gonna collect. Both of y'all gotta pay us after the war over with, and that's what all these wars is all about. It's about it don't matter who win because you're gonna have to print tank. You gonna have to make tanks. You gonna have to get a whole bunch of bullets. It gonna cost money for this war. So who you gonna get the money from? You gotta borrow from us, the same guys who this guy borrowed money from to go to war with you. It don't matter who win, we win in the end. That's the game plan. So it's the same thing in the record company. It don't matter who beefing because we own both of y'all guys. It don't matter who win president because we own both guys, Democrat and Republicans. So while y'all fighting over who gonna win or who be who, they sit back and say, ha ha ha, another sucker, two small suckers we getting paid major dough off of, man. Can you dig it? And so now, since Mayweather, he getting too big, You can't never get bigger than the big guys. He getting too big. You own 9 buildings. You buying buildings all over the place. You overseas. See, I'm gonna tell you where you messed up at, Mayweather. You messed up when you start messing with the foreigners. They don't like Nubians talking to foreigners, right? And he in order to do that, he must already changed his nationality. Mayweather might have changed his nationality and keeping it secret. I'm telling you, man, might be a lot of shit going on here. Why the killer clowns after you, man? The guys who rock our crowns and know about the mounds, but they're a whole bunch of clowns. I'm telling you, man, they know about the bounds, Mayweather, and they know who you are, Mayweather, Muskogee, Blackfoot Creek. They know who you are. These guys, Mayweather, Muskogee, Blackfoot Creek, and they know that hey, you can't get that much money, man, and start buying buildings. Oh, now you over trying to buy buildings in Dubai? Oh nah, bro, hold on, come back down, nigga, get back down here, get G down from here. You know what I'm saying? You can't come up here with us. We the gods. We are we are the eye that hovers, the pyramids. Yeah, so he must have did something with his because if he able to, foreigners don't like talking to people without a nationality. That's why when Malcolm X, funny thing, because me and Rob was talking about that too. We got another tape that's gonna be coming out soon. Gonna probably go in on this. When it seemed like when Malcolm X met up with certain guys, a little bit after they get whacked. Like he met up with the guy, Farzar, I think that's his name, King Farzar in Saudi Arabia. Then about 10 years later, he get took out. They was trying to take him out ever since. It took them 10 years to get rid of him. The guy in Indonesia, they took him out. Yeah, Grand Rapids, Michigan, right? But if you look at his facial features, he Muskogee. So his people must have migrated from down like Alabama, Mississippi area up into Michigan. Because Michigan is Shinnecock land. And Lakota people, the Lakota people. Like if you look at even looking at Rod features, Rod Muskogee. That's why he said he Mississippi clay dirt. See, that's Muskogee Choctaw land. Yeah, but y'all should, for the people that's paying attention, y'all should see a pattern here. When they want to, it don't matter how big you get. I'm talking to my Nubian billionaires that's listening. It don't matter how big you get. To these people, you still the N-word. And they can take whatever you got anytime they feel. But why? Because it's they shit. It's they shit. They letting you hold it to sell us out, to sell your own people out. And then, like I'm saying, Javante Davis, you want to betray the dude that helped you out and put you on, that gave you all his game, one-on-one game. You get one-on-one game from one of the greatest of all times. Because people were trying to say that Manny Pacquiao is a better fighter than Mayweather. Man, please stop with a smoking that type of crackhead, man. Come on. Pacquiao, he's good. He a hard hitter. He nice. He in the top probably 10. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't no Floyd Mayweather, man. Floyd Mayweather, besides Ali, might be the greatest of all times. I'm telling you, man. When it come down to boxing, he the smartest. He like a upgrade from Ali. He's smarter than Ali. Cause Ali used to get hit all the time. That's why he was like that before he passed away. Mayweather barely even get hit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so and then he undefeated. So I mean, the numbers don't lie. Ali lost a couple times. But then it's another perspective where Ali said, well, I can walk down the street by myself with no security. And that's a good point. He could take his kids to school without no security. but we looking at two different time frames here. You looking at the 50s, you in the 50s, and we talking about the 2000s. So you gotta look at the time frame when you talking about all it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at, man, how much money Ali had versus Mayweather. Mayweather got a lot of money. Now Ali back in his time, he making a lot of money too. Back for the time frame, but now it's different. You know, it says Terry House all of a sudden has $2 billion tax lien now. Yeah, man, they gonna come out to anybody that's got a lot of money now that's Nubian. They repoing that and repoing they using the RICO. They got to put a RICO on you. They put a Bill Cosby in for RICO. Baba not in for molestation charges. All the molestation charges they could never stick to him. So what they did is they said, you know what, we're gonna unplug the game and we're gonna restart the game and put it into the federal courts and just RICO them and said that, oh well, Jacob York, his son, Jacob York was one doing check frauds. So we're gonna say Malachi's his boss. And then Malachi told him to do them check frauds. We're gonna say that Barbara Noel's is Malachi. She worked for Malachi. Therefore, whatever crime she did goes to Malachi because he their boss. He the head guy. He the mob boss. So let's RICO him, and then we're gonna, even though the charges we can't even stick none of these charges to him. We're just gonna put it in the RICO and just say, yeah, he guilty of this because we caught this one guy and he guilty of this. So therefore, because he guilty of this, and he said that Malachi told him to do it, then Malachi should go down for it. This type of game that they running to steal Malachi land, to RICO him so they can steal all his property up in Bushwick Avenue and 404 Shettydale Road. So Mayweather got a lot of property. They RICO and Young Thug right after he bought how much was it? 4,000 acres. How much acres did Young Thug buy? Somebody drop it in the chat. You're a Young Thug follower. I ain't a follower of the guy, but the guy bought land right before they put a RICO on him in Georgia. Keep in mind, man, he said he bought a whole bunch of land. Maybe it was 1,000 or 400 acres. I mean, something like that, right around that, right? And then he said, I'm going to go put a town for my people on this land. And then as soon as he said that, boom, he get RICO. And keep in mind, he in Georgia, one of the states that, like Baba said, that's still a Confederate state. And then niggas ain't finna get they don't want niggas to have that much land, more than 1,000 acres in Georgia. And he owned his masters. Oh, see, now we cooking now, see. Yeah, he brought Young Thug. No, I ain't no follower of Young Thug because I really don't like him because can't really understand what the hell he's saying on his music. One, two, he wear dresses and call himself a thug. Thugs don't wear dresses. Thugs don't wear dresses, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's an oxymoron. But the point that's besides the point. We ain't making fun of a guy if he want. That's what he want to do. That's what he want to do. We ain't making fun of the guy for that. We saying that brother bought acres, maybe like 100 and some acres, maybe more than that. I can't remember. I have to look it up. Right before he got arrested, it got a RICO put on him. We ain't saying Young Thug a good guy or nothing. We just saying it's mighty funny he want to poach some land, then they go out there. Mayweather go overseas. He buying all his land. They don't never go out to Bill Gates to jack around with him. They don't jack around with Bill Gates. Bill Gates and BlackRock them blind up everything. They buying all the farmland up. And now they putting factories on it to make artificial food now. We going, baby. They really trying to take us all the way into the matrix, man. They making artificial lettuce, artificial meat, they print meat now. This is the future. So you wonder, okay, if this is the future and these guys can print meat now, what are the extraterrestrials doing? Can the extraterrestrials print meat and grow cells, grow meat in the laboratory and print it? Yes, they've been doing this. Extraterrestrials been doing it. They got the technology from extraterrestrials on how to grow meat in a laboratory. Now, you might say it's dangerous, but it's only if they pausing the shit. Like like the meat that they grow in the laboratory is only if they taint it and make it specifically to do some kind of harm to you. But if they make it a healthy form of that meat, or whatever synthetic meat, printed out meat, 3D printed meat, if they make it legitimately, then it's pretty much just like eating real meat, because this whole the game is alternate reality anyway. This It's a hologram anyway. Everything is already hologram anyway. Even that the those living beings are hologram. Those animals. Okay, yeah, okay. What's going on, Mahdi Ali? Okay, so the report on the land now is that Mayweather is being harassed by the feds. We see Gervonta Davis out talking trash about Mayweather, his best fighter. We see that his right hand guy, the bald head guy, Lennox, I think that's his name, who's the CEO and manager for the fighters, is turned on him, and he's gonna work for the feds to tell them whatever they need to know about Mayweather laundering money. All this is allegedly, right? Okay. Uh, like I said, I'm just looking in, and from my perspective, is seeing that Mayweather got all the best fighters. Some of his fighters that's coming up in his gym, there's young guys, like maybe like in their teens, some of them younger than that. They gonna be some of the best fighters in the future. And Mayweather's he getting big, man. He getting more money than they making off the cut. He making more money than they making, these guys, these black hand guys. And he get too cocky. He cutting them out the deal. He going to outsiders, going overseas to Dubai and trying to set up stuff over there. He really tried to get out the fight game because he see that they was gonna come out them anyway and try to steal his fighters. So he really trying to transition out the fight game. Mayweather owned 9 buildings. That's what he said. 9 buildings in New York. How much a building costs in New York? Put it together. All right. So all of a sudden now we hear news that Mayweather is in Dubai and he gets stopped from leaving the place, get arrested because he can't pay the tab, whatever the tab was, like 200,000 or whatever the tab was. He couldn't pay it. Why? Because he tried to use his cards and they were cut off by the killer clowns, the feds. So he calling around trying to see what's going on, and the feds have seized his assets, seized his building, seized everything, and they see like the media trying to run a RICO on him. Trying to run a RICO on him so he can steal all his assets, steal all of his cars, steal all of his house, his stuff. And like I say, you got to go back and, like the people that's coming in, you got to go back and look up the WBO, the World Boxing Association, and look at the headquarters is in Puerto Rico. Rico. Keep in mind, the United States refiled after getting bankrupt by Abraham Lincoln, and they, put one back in Lincoln. They refiled again the new company, U.S. Corporation in Puerto Rico. You got to put all this together. Who owns the World Boxing Association? Go look that up, and you're gonna find out. They're gonna say, "Oh, private investors from Puerto Rico." They hide out and they got like a headquarters in Puerto Rico. Come on, man. Y'all they put it together. It seemed like every Nubian billionaire is being came out there. They went out to R. Kelly. Man, how much money you think R. Kelly had, bro? After all them tapes that he got. And then I'm not saying R. Kelly's a good guy, right? From what he was doing. I'm saying that it just seems like a pattern to me now. Bill Cosby, they come out to him. All these people that think that they with these people and that they ain't with us, they show them eventually, oh, we'll take everything from you and you'll be just another Negro again. They say R. Kelly's a freak for sure. Yeah, like, we ain't talking about, hey, that man's a freak, and that's what he do, right? But we talking about the pattern of people getting RICO. Why they got to RICO everybody and then repo all their shit, steal all their shit property? And I'm gonna tell you, man, these suckers so dirty Because a court is a place where games are played. And when you go in their court, right, they you can't you pretty much guilty. That's why 99% of the people lose against them, they say, because you automatic guilty. And you got to prove your innocence. And they handicap you from doing it. Meaning, if you got a witness that can come testify to your alibi, oh, you can't bring that witness. You got evidence, you got any kind of evidence to put it to the case, and it can prove you innocent. Oh, you can't, that evidence don't count. You can't put that in the evidence. So how can you win in a RICO case when they just say you did something and they bring their guys in and say you did it? They took a deal, and you can't bring none of your guys in and say you didn't do it, and you can't bring no evidence to say you didn't do this. You can't prove no alibi. You can't prove they set you up. Nothing. You just got to sit there and take it. This is the RICO shit. The RICO is a real criminal act that was set up to rob people for the U.S. courts to be able to rob anybody they feel like it that they don't like. If they don't like you, they just RICO you. If you got a lot of money, they RICO you, steal all your assets. So like Dr. Dre, all you other billionaires who they hadn't came after yet, start getting ready. I'm telling you, man. I would be surprised they go out to Dr. Dre next. And then they bring these girls. I wouldn't be surprised if you see what happened to Mayweather next. They're gonna bring some girls saying, "Oh yeah, Mayweather touched me." They run this same cycle on everybody. They run this same tactic on everybody. Oh yeah, see, Mayweather touched me 15 years ago. I ain't say nothing then though, cause you know I ain't really know what was going on, but I just came to the conclusion after the killer clowns came to me and said, we'll pay you if you say Mayweather touched you. So I just came to the conclusion that, yeah, he did touch me. And I want $10 million because he touched me. And we can sell out of court. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or he could just say, I could just take him to court and he could lose. And then after if they don't get him, if he sell out of court, they'll bring somebody else up. Yeah, he touched me too, because she got $10 million. Let me try to get me. Yeah, he touched me too. Where's your evidence that he touched you? Well, we don't gotta prove he touched him. He gotta prove that he didn't touch her. And how he do that? Yeah, anybody that got $1 billion, man. Jay-Z, yeah, Jay-Z, yeah, Jay been pushing the line too. He pushed the line when he came out. They got on his behind when he came out with that OJ song. They put him back. They got on his behind, spanked him a little bit. Just say, "Come in for a meeting, Jay. Hold your hand out like this." They told him to hold his hand out like this. Know how they hold your hand and they smack it. They smacked his hand like that. Say, don't put nothing else like that no more. You almost woke those Negroes up. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay. Yeah, Kanye West. They came out. They been out the great Kanye, the same guys. But they want to RICO you. Like if they can't get a RICO on you, man, it's hard to get you. They RICO you, they can steal all your shit. They want Mayweather planes, they want his houses, they want his cars, they want all his assets. They want to put him back in his place. Go get a movie called Trading Places. And we just want to bring that news to you. People were saying, what's happening to Mayweather? Yeah, they trying to railroad Mayweather now, steal all his fighters. And pretty much they want him to go away because he pretty much was hogging the boxing league. Mayweather is the most paid fighter pretty much that probably ever lived. The highest paid fighter, that he got the most money out of this game than anybody. And so now he saw that what they was doing. And I believe that when he started connecting with foreign governments, when you start talking to foreign governments, going sitting down with foreign governments, and you can influence policies and shit like that, and then they ain't got control over you, then they want to shut you down. Because killing clowns protect national security. Now, Mayweather, what would make Mayweather a threat to national security? Right, right. So you learn your hey, like you said on Goodfellas. He said you learn some important rules today. Always keep your mouth closed and never rat on your friends. Never rat on your friends, man. You know what I'm saying? Never rat on your friends. Yeah, me and Roy gonna come back. I ain't gonna tell y'all our topic. We got a hot topic. We're gonna probably do it probably a couple of days out, man. When everything get lined back out. We're gonna probably do it a couple of days out. We got a hot topic that y'all gonna like. But we want to be the first to make this report on what's happening to Mayweather, man. And we're gonna be coming back reporting on it again as the follow up information come out. But right now we're starting to see a pattern, like I say, of these people coming after all of the Nubians who got a lot of money to pretty much take everything they got and then pretty much make them broke. Now it could have been that he made a now from one perspective he could have made a deal with the devil, and now the devil come to collect. You know, because he do that. The devil do say, oh yeah, you can ball out of control for 20 years. But then when I'm 20 years up, you're gonna have to give us some booty. And we won't, you know what I'm saying? When I'm 20 years up, you're gonna have to give up some booty, you're gonna have to give up something, like your kid, a sacrifice, or something. We're gonna come to collect that. And so could it be that because Evil Knievel made a deal with the devil, and the devil came to collect his soul? So could the devil be coming to collect what a deal you made with him? Man, if Biden win, you know it's rigged. If Trump win, I don't think it's gonna even be. I don't think it's even an election. I think all this is just wag the dog, man. To me, man, just really wag the dog. They put on TV. We believe that like it's real, and it is real, right? REEL. It is real, but they can make us think whatever. Says Angel Heart. I'm about to go watch that movie. Yeah, so maybe the devil, like it could be a lot. It's a lot of perspectives on what's going on with Mayweather. But I'm saying maybe the devil come to collect with what he, his deal he made to be I'm the greatest of all time. I want to be the greatest of all times because I don't think nobody really made that deal in boxing. And I think Michael Jordan made that deal in basketball. I want to be the greatest of all times in basketball, and nobody can ever come to beat that record yet. LeBron got close. He got 5 rings or whatever. But they ain't gonna let him get that 6 because Lucifer, whether people like to believe it or not, sometimes he like to honor his deals. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna come to collect that booty though when he get through in that deal. Now I'm saying you got some on the back end. Lucifer coming to collect his back end, right? So I wouldn't be surprised, like I say, if girls pop up saying he touched them. I wouldn't be surprised if other people pop up, accountants or so this and that, and say, "Oh yeah, well he fondled 200,000 or 2 million through this thing," and so they can RICO him and steal everything he got and prove to him that hey, we in control, we own you. Still, these guys. Yeah, I wonder what happened to Kobe, man. Like Kobe all of a sudden that was weird, man. That was just real weird what happened to Kobe. Oh, we talking about Mayweather, man. For people that just coming in, you might have to go wind it back. Everybody ready to get out now. He should have got his money and disappeared, right? Can't trust them guys in Dubai anyway. Man, there's really no way around it. He should have been a lot of that money, and he, like I say, he might be doing this. Could be another reason why the killer clowns. See, Tupac, they was watching Tupac 24 hours a day. They watching Mayweather 24 hours a day. Anybody that's Nubian that's got over $1 million is being watched 24 hours a day. Let me repeat that. Anybody that's a black Nubian, what they call minority, that's got over $1 million is being watched all day, every day, 24 hours a day by COINTELPRO. And anything that you do, they gonna write it down and take notes on you so they can use that as leverage. So when they want to control you or manipulate you. What happened to Marcus Garvey? They ran a Marcus Garvey must go campaign. They had celebrities on payroll who they was watching 24 hours a day, and they caught them snorting powder, whatever the case may be, digging in their behind caught them with a trance or gay or something, and they got all this evidence, and they said that when it came downtown, they needed them when Gay Kahooba, because you got to keep in mind who Gay Kahooba is, man. When he needed them, he said, "Yeah, we got you. We caught you in the closet with that little boy, and we got pictures and everything. And so if you don't go out right now to say you don't like Marcus Garvey and Marcus Garvey is an idiot and all this about Marcus Garvey, we gonna put that information out, and you pretty much your career is over. Your career is over." This is how Gabe Kahooba was getting down, man. And so people like what's that dude name? El DeBarge, whatever the dude name is. I can't think of the dude name right now. My mind blank. It was a couple of people they used during the time of because there's so much information that's going through my brain right now. It was a couple of people they used during the time to do the Marcus Garvey smear campaign that J. Edgar Hoover and them used. And they paid these guys. Well, they didn't actually pay them, had to pay them. They just used them as because they had leverage on them to smear Marcus Garvey. Same thing with Noble Drew Ali. Same thing with Martin Luther King. They got to do Byron Rustin. They caught him in California getting booty with two young white boys, and they got pictures and everything of them, and they lose that as leverage. They will give him 60 years in prison. And they said, well, if you don't want these 60 years, we need you to infiltrate Martin Luther King and then sweeten him up, soften him up. Because before Byron Rustin, Martin Luther King was carrying guns. Martin Luther King was carrying guns. He has armed security. And so they put Byron Rustin on him to start this non-violent campaign to where he could put down the guns. That way, when he walk across to the bridge, the Ku Klux Klan can bust him upside the head with bricks, and they ain't got no defense because he made them put down the guns, right? The Ku Klux Klan bust him upside the head with bricks. Yeah, so Byron Rustin was used as leverage by the COINTELPRO. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're using this dude Lennox and maybe even Gervonta Davis because he had a couple run-ins with the Pope with 12. And maybe they got more on them or caught them with something. They said you could get 30 years. Pretty much your career is over with, like as far as boxing go. And you'll be in jail for 30 years if you don't help us run a smear campaign against your good friend, the guy that got you on, the guy that started you, the guy who really pretty much made you in a way. If you don't smear him, we gonna shut you up. You gonna get these 30 years for that little a ball of coke or something we caught you with, man. And then your boxing license, man, like they gonna be gone. All this, man. I'm telling you, Gervonta, you better get down with us, man. These killer clowns don't fight fair. You better get down with us, Gervonta. You better go publicly and say, "Oh yeah, Mayweather's a dumbass, and Mayweather's this, Mayweather's that," and go along with Lennox. Yeah. I believe he was doing something to why he got arrested and put in jail, and then I believe they had more on him. I believe he got out because he chose to turn on Mayweather to work as an informant, and probably all behind this is the Black Hand though, the WBO, the World Boxing Association, who going like I'm just saying all this is allegedly. I believe that all this is allegedly. That's all I'm saying. Mayweather go back in the game. His dad, his uncle, them was all boxers. He got raised up as a little kid always to be a boxer, right? And to me, based shout out Love, what's up, Love? To me, Mayweather might be the greatest of all time at this point in boxing. As far as his smartness, his business wise, as far as he took the money that he made out of boxing, and pretty much he made more money than anybody out of boxing, right? So to me, Mayweather is one of the greatest of all time. And just in my heart, Ali always be like that top, that guy, just off his personality. Mayweather. I mean, Ali's a character. I used to talk about people. I remember he rented a tour bus and went all the way to, I think it was Joe Frazier's house, one of them guys' house, to make fun of him in front of the house at like 2 or 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Cassius Clay, right? He didn't like that name, right? Yeah. So, but I'm just saying, to me, it's a pattern here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we hear, like, the next couple of weeks, somebody come out, some girl coming out the woodworks saying, yeah, Mayweather touched me 10 years ago. He felt on my booty and I ain't like it. So I want $10 million for that booty feel. Man, if you can make $10 million for somebody feeling on your booty, how many people go for that move? How many women out here go for, oh yeah, he fell on my booty, so he owed me $10 million. Man, it costs $10 million just to feel on your booty. That's a lot of money, bro. For just a touch of one slice of ass cheek, that's a lot of money. Ooh, boy, it's some high dollar. That ass cheek must be made of like some cotton, some soft material from outer space or something, some different type of material. You know what I'm saying? That you'll never feel ever in your life again, and it costs $10 million. So, like I say, I wouldn't be surprised if some chick come out the woodwork saying that, oh yeah, he touched me, and then it's after the fact, because it's like a 7 or 5 year limitation on rape, right? So it's way after the fact, right? So they had to RICO it and say, oh yeah, we got 5 girls saying Mayweather touched them 10 years ago, 15 years ago. We can't prove none of it, but they said he did it though. And then this guy said he laundered money. And then this guy said that he digged in his ass at the gas station and he paid a doctor off under the table to get rid of his, certain disease that he had from messing with all these girls. And, and all that, we can put that all together and says he's a criminal. He's a head of a criminal organization called the Money Team. And what we'll do is we'll RICO him and steal all of his buildings. Steal all of his cars, all of his Bentleys, all of his Rolls. How he got a car that's worth $10 million. We'll steal all that. We want that $10 million watch he got. We want all of his stuff. We'll steal all of his stuff, man. Just like that. Just like they did Bill Cosby. So all you other big billionaires, get ready, man. You better start making moves right now, because you could be the next guy that they after, the way this is going. Yeah, it's always sexual allegations. That's their number one tactic. They use that against everybody. Martin Luther King, Elijah Muhammad, Doc, Malachi Z York, right? Mike Tyson, Tupac, because Tupac mother told him. She said they're gonna use what you like the most. What did Tupac like the most? Women. And they set him up with a woman in the hotel in New York and she's holler rape. Yeah, OJ Simpson, right? OJ Simpson. And for you guys that don't like the Bible, might I point out, because every time people say they don't like the Bible, and they say, oh yeah, Young always talking religion, right? Well, I ain't talking religion when I talk to you about the Bible. I ain't talking religion. I'm talking historical information, because I don't talk religion. I don't talk religions, meaning because the religion today, what you call religion today, ain't nothing but a whole group of demons. Religions, a whole bunch of demons, realigning themselves. So when I tell you a story out of here, I'm giving you a synopsis. There was a guy in the Bible named Samson who was the strongest guy around. And who took him down? You put it together. I mean, I ain't said it. They said it. Samson was the strongest guy around, and a chick took him down by tricking him into cutting his hair to steal his power. And they used psychological warfare on him because they tied him up and they was having a party and making fun of him, the Philistines. And then eventually he thought about it. He said, "Yeah, I do got psychic powers." So he made one last prayer. He said, "Just give me my powers back one more time." See, he should have been more specific. He should have said, "Just give me my powers back so I can open up a can of whoop ass on these suckers." That's what he should have said. Hey God, give me my power back so I can open up a can of whoop ass. That's what he should have said. But so he said, "Give me my power back one more time so I can pull the building down on these people." And he pulled the building down on his goddamn self. He killed everybody that was in there laughing and joking and ha ha hee hoo. He pulled the building down on all them niggas, but he pulled the building down on himself as well. Yeah, so when you talk about when they use women to come out to you, take you down, yeah, you go back to Samson. And there's a couple more other scenarios we can rock and point out for you. But man, we love y'all. Like I said, you want to get those 8 books by the Young Elder. The Ascension Manual was one of the hot ones. The Book of Extraterrestrials. These books are real thick and PDF form. We still got that for $40 donation to the Cash App. All you would do is send it to D Young Elder. We got PayPal too, D Young Elder. And leave your emails and the links, and we'll send you those 8 books right over to the PDF form. We about to get up out of here, man. We'll be back. Stay tuned. What do?